This is the ECOVACS DEEBOT T30S AI Robot Vacuum and Mop, and I've been using it as my daily cleaner for a while. In this video, I want to share what actually stood out to me, what tripped me up, and who I think will be happiest with it. Key features you'll hear me mention a lot are the 11,000p suction, TruEdge Adaptive Edge Mopping, the ZeroTangle brush, AI Obstacle Avoidance with TruMapping 2.0, and the upgraded Omni Station that washes the mop pads with 158 degrees Fahrenheit hot water, auto-empties, refills water, and dries the pads with hot air. The look is clean and understated. The robot is the standard round style in matte black, with 3 simple buttons on top so I can start a whole home clean, do a spot clean, or send it home without opening the app. Underneath, there's a single side brush, the ZeroTangle roller, and 2 spinning mop pads that are easy to pop off and rinse. The station is big and does ask for a solid chunk of floor against a wall. It's better looking than most because ECOVACS hides the tanks and bag behind smooth panels, but you'll still need to plan where it lives. The water tanks lift out from the top, and the dust bag sits behind a front door. Everything clicks into place in a way that feels sturdy, not flimsy. In my opinion, the overall build feels premium enough for the price, with a layout that makes day-to-day maintenance simple. From my experience, setup was straightforward. The app connected quickly over Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and the first map of my downstairs was done in minutes. I like that TruMapping 2.0 uses a laser to measure the room and draw a floor plan, so I can label rooms, add virtual boundaries, and set no-go areas. Ivy 3D uses a camera and structured light to recognize objects, which sounds fancy, but simply put, it tries to see things on the floor and steer around them. When it's on its best behavior, the navigation is confident and quick, and it finds edges reliably, then cleans in back-and-forth lines that cover the space well. I also like how quickly it docks and refills. The station washes the pads with hot water, empties the bin, and then blows hot air through the mops, so I'm not smelling damp fabric the next day. Suction is where this thing flexes. That 11,000 PA number isn't just marketing. It pulls up crumbs and surface dust from tile and hardwood without needing multiple passes. On low-pile carpet, it does a good job with everyday dirt and grit. On thick rugs, it gets the visible debris, but don't expect miracles on deeply embedded sand. It's decent, not magical. The ZeroTangle roller has been great with my own long hair. No scissors required so far. With pet hair, I have mixed results. On lighter shedding days, it self-empties cleanly. During heavy shedding from a soft coat dog, I've had clogs form in the internal channel that leads to the station. When that happens, the robot comes back full, and I have to clear it manually. Mopping is the headline act here. The dual pads press down and spin, and the 158-degree fray wash at the station actually helps remove greasy residue, so you're not smearing grime on the next run. TruEdge is the trick I show off to friends. The right mop can extend to reach into corners and along baseboards. It gets closer to my kitchen toe kicks than other round robots I've used. Stain handling is smarter than I expected. If it finds a dark spot, it increases water, scrubs that section multiple times, and then continues the route. Coffee drips and dried footprints came up for me in a single cycle. If you're new to these terms, mop lift is how high the robot raises the pads to avoid wetting carpet. The T30S lifts around 9mm. That's okay for very flat rugs. On medium pile or thicker, the pads still touch. I had to add no mop zones around a thicker area rug because it got damp. Now for the parts that frustrated me. The app has a ton of controls, which I like, but stability isn't perfect. I've had it freeze during map editing, and after one firmware update, my saved map disappeared, and I had to start over. That's annoying when you've spent time naming rooms and setting schedules. Object avoidance is inconsistent with small items. It'll steer around chairs and table legs just fine. With low cables, socks, and small toy bricks, it still makes mistakes. I tidy before a run now, which I was hoping to avoid but accept as a trade-off. The station has been mostly reliable, but one week it insisted the dust bag was full when it was brand new. Power cycling and reseating the bag fixed it. Voice control works. Saying "OK Eco" starts or pauses a clean without a phone, and Alexa understands room-specific requests. The Apple Watch control is a nice perk when I'm not near my phone. I also like the foot tap start on the bumper. It's a small touch that turns out to be genuinely useful. Battery life hasn't been a concern. I get long runs on standard suction and mopping, then it tops up and picks up where it left off if the job is big. In my opinion, the everyday convenience of the Omni Station is the reason to buy this. I'm not washing mop pads in the sink or emptying a tiny dustbin after every clean. The hot water wash plus hot air dry keeps the mops looking and smelling fresh, which makes me more likely to run it often. TruEdge is the second hero. Edges and corners are where most robots leave a gray line of dust. This one actually tackles that zone, and it shows. The third positive is suction and coverage. Even on a quick pass, high traffic areas look better, and I don't see the fuzz and crumbs that used to collect near chair legs. From my experience, the app's feature set, when it behaves, is powerful. Room level control, water flow tweaks, and custom sequences make it feel personal to my space. Key features like ZeroTangle help keep the roller clean, and even though I've had clogs during heavy shedding, on normal days, I don't pull hair off the brush at all. I also appreciate small quality touches like the washable filter and the way the water tanks have handles that don't splash when I carry them to the sink. I do want to be clear about the compromises so expectations are fair. Small object avoidance still needs work, and map reliability depends on stable firmware. Mop lift is modest, so thicker rugs require no mop zones. If you have a big soft coat shedder, be ready to check the internal channel from time to time. None of these are deal breakers for me, but they are real. It's perfect for homes with mostly hard floors, a few flat rugs, and people who want the closest thing to hands-free mopping. If you're okay with a quick pre-clean to pick up cables and you value edges looking clean, you'll be happy. If your space has lots of high-pile carpet and you can't set boundaries, or you have frequent small floor hazards, you may find the limitations frustrating. In conclusion, the ECOVACS DEEBOT T30S AI nails the parts you see and feel every day. Strong pickup, cleaner edges, and mops that don't smell gross because the station handles the dirty work with hot water and drying. The hardware feels a step ahead. The software can feel a step behind when maps glitch or the app freezes. I'd recommend this for someone who wants advanced mopping and real automation, is comfortable tweaking settings, and won't mind doing a 10-second tidy before starting a run. If you need truly set-it-and-forget-it behavior around cords and small toys, you may want to wait for more polish or keep expectations in check. From my experience, I'm keeping it as my daily cleaner because it saves me time and my floors look better. In my opinion, the balance of power, edge performance, and station convenience outweighs the software quirks in my home. If you have questions about specific floors, pets, or settings, drop them below. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more practical home tech reviews and leave a comment with what you want me to test next. Thank you for watching.